was in a van waiting to be transported to the processing center, which is in the federal building in downtown San Diego. Once I was at the processing center, they put me in a cell and they gave me a regular plastic water bottle, which I ended up drinking about this much.
All they simply got to do is deport these people. He's not deporting them. He's not deporting them. He's putting them in detention centers to give them work assignments. He's putting them in slavery. They're enslaved. Neither slavery, that is slavery. They got them bound against their will. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude shall exist in the United States except for punishment of crime. Now maybe they're saying being in the country illegal is a crime, so we're going to lock you up. But what they're supposed to do is deport you, which they're not doing for the most part.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Call Allah, Yahweh, Shemil, Shabbat, Shemachak, Wadash, double honors to the other apostles and other bishops, great millstone, even the elders that came before them and taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, they hopefully like tabernacle today. The other Yashawan. Back with a little lamb back, or a skillful ad. Right when this came out, I saw it and I'm like, oh, the elder apostle saw this guy, Common Sense, right? What's his name? Dave Hodges. Because I know that the elder apostle watches Dave Hodges. So I'm like, okay, so he saw the Dave Hodges thing and he's doing, right, a video on Dave because Dave put a video out about this very subject, but in a different fashion. This is clearly like an Issacharite in San Diego who got caught up, and then she got spit out because she's not designated to be a slave, right? Probably because of her makeup or her parents are or whatever. She's a little upwardly mobile, so they let her go this time. But coming up, she ain't gonna, be let go, because they're grabbing everybody right now. This is the Elder Apostle Tahar's channel, main channel, right now. What is the 666 Mark II GMS truth? Okay, and behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison that you may be tried. So let's get that. I'm going to make this real quick, Lord willing, but what is this? Ref 3 and 10, right? Yeah, oh, no. Salaka. 2. Bear with me. Shah. 2 and 10. Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison that you may be tried. And you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful until death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Okay? Unto death, until you have nothing left. Right? Then you win. Anyway, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Okay? Let's watch this. I'm try to keep this as short as I can. There's the elder apostle. And here's Dave Hodges. Involuntary Judah, homeless, internment labor camp. What? So the elder apostle is right. They're putting you in slavery. Labor camps. That's the 14th Amendment. Is it 13th? Slavery is in what? The 14th Amendment. All right? If you've committed a crime, in this case homelessness, guess what? You can now become a slave. Labor camps is growing. All right, so we just proved that. And I'm lambacking. It's a skillful add to the elder apostle, Tahar, right? I thought he was going to cover this and he didn't. So let's go ahead and launch it. And I'll go ahead and end it. This is a response to the other apostles. So it's Dave Hodges. And when he starts to sell his product, I'm going to skip that part.
We often hear rumors, and we often think they're unsubstantiated and they don't mean anything, but we often hear these rumors that the homeless people are disappearing. And I dismissed that. I said, first of all, homeless people can go here, there, and everywhere, and they're not working, they don't have a permanent residence, they'd be hard to track, and so I dismissed the stories until now. We may know, or at least have an idea, where some of them, not necessarily most or all, but where some of them are going, courtesy of the state of Utah and legislation that they have passed, and they have acted upon it. And if you haven't heard this, I think you're going to be as surprised and as shocked as I was. Yet, this is real. My name is Dave Hodges. I am the host of the Common Sense Show. We're the show that is freeing America one enslaved mind at a time.
Except for the fact that you agree with Charlie Kirk before he died.
We are brought to you by, well, something that's exploding. Can you guess what that is?
Product.
Exploded over a year ago. Utah work camps for the homeless.
Constant youth. The devil shall cast some of you into prison. What's going on here? Utah work camp for who? The homeless. That's you, Jake. That's you.
This is Eric Tars, and you can find him on X at Invisible People. And he represents the National Homelessness Law Center. And what he has discovered, shocking. Shocking. But it's not hiding. It's in plain sight. Let's see what he has to say.
Undocumented, low-paid labor from the country. Got to make up for it somewhere. They want to put up more of these alligator Alcatraz-style mega tent sprung structure type facilities. They've got the kind of pilot project for that in Utah, where the governor has said, we are going to completely support and implement Trump's executive order. And just last week, their homelessness board, which was created by some Cicero legislation, they passed a plan for a 1,300-person megatent camp 7 miles outside of downtown in the middle of nowhere, no public transportation. 300 beds are going to be involuntarily committed locked facilities.
Locked facilities? Locked facilities?
Their set of beds are going to be no voluntary entry or exit. It's going to be where you get sent.
No voluntary entrance or exit. These people are in custody, and they can't leave, and they're locked in. And it's where you get sent to do what?
It's for jail diversion. And then the rest of the beds, even though theoretically you could come and go, they're going to be actively enforcing anti-camping, anti-loitering, all these other laws. The thing that scares...
Anti-pilgrimage. Got to jump in here real quick because I'm trying to make it short. This is a trap for you, Jake. The homeless situation. Oh, you're homeless. Why? They know where we're going. Okay? They know that we're about to go out there, don't they? So what are they doing? They're setting us up. 2 Ezra 16:40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to vie to your battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth, meaning you're going to be homeless. And they know that. They hear us talking about it. Get ready for the pilgrimage. And what are they doing? They're passing laws. Homeless, you're going into the camp. Where you going, Jake? You better start praying and getting ready. You are going to be a pilgrim. But what are they doing? They're making that a crime. You might as well say, Pilgrims. It's a crime to be a pilgrim. / homeless. Let's get this real quick. We know what you devils are doing. We know you're watching us. We know that you know our plans. 2 Cord 2 and 11, you fucking Satan. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. We know that you're watching us, and you think you're going to head us off at the pass, but it's not going to work. So come on in like a flood. We could disappear on your ass.
Me the most is that they say some of these units are going to be work-conditioned housing.
Slaves.
What? Let's take a look at that term for a second. Work-conditioned housing.
Slaves.
Let me say that again. Work-conditioned housing. What does that mean? Does it mean what we think it means? Let's see.
Which to me means forced labor. And
Slavery.
Let me stop this right here, and I'm going to digress for a minute.
Slava.
It was, 12, 13 years ago. I had a real problem when I discovered privatized prisons. Prisons for profit, and the Bushes were making huge money off them.
Off of hip hop and prison.
And basically, it was the privatization of state-run prisons. And they ran them for profits. And
It's called old school slavery under the guise of some bullshit. Okay? It's all slavery. Just go read the 14th Amendment and you'll understand what this hoodwink is. It's about, hey, motherfucker, we kept slavery alive with some slick wordplay. Now get your ass back out in that field with these shackles. Still got the shackles on. Huh.
what we found in there was...
What did the patty rollers do? They went got the slaves and put them back on the plantation.
You would have companies like Target and other major industries basically paying near slave wage labor, and inmates were forced to work producing products, and if they didn't cooperate, they'd be punished. Their sentences could even be lengthened, and I question, how do you do...
Or they're being killed. If you didn't do it, then you're killed. And not in a literal sense, but you can be rendered inoperable. Your livelihood is gone. You're never getting out. And all you got is slavery to look for. That's called being killed.
that without judicial involvement? But they claimed that they could do that. And this was really common. It was called privatized prisons. And it really kind of became...
Meaning unto death. Right? You had a little hustle going on out there, and then suddenly got hemmed up, and now you're caught up in the slavery system. You got put to death. Right? Your livelihood came to an end.
became a rage. There were even a couple of documentaries about this in mainstream media, and I thought, okay, well, it's going to end. Well, not only has it not ended, the concept is something I'm seeing here.
So slavery never ended. They just changed the name of it. Right? Oh, indentured servitude. Jail. You just went to jail, and while you're in jail, you can't make a slave out of it. Did I say slave? So, the Spirit brought out the elder apostle in this situation right here. The devil shall cast some of you in a prison. So why? Why is the Spirit bringing this out? Devil shall cast some of you in prison. First, to alert you that these things are ready to go. And they're using them right now under the guise of ICE and all of that. How is ICE suddenly making this great grand appearance again, shooting motherfuckers cold dead, and suddenly it's all good? Because this is where we're going, right? You got to get these things. See, you got to be able to put people quickly into custody, because what's going to happen? All hell's going to break loose, because the truth about the soldier count is coming up. They got to do the false flag. All hell's gonna break loose. Where are you gonna put the people that are just stone cold out of control? Okay. What is about to happen? You're gonna need to be able to lock some people up, right? Because when the lights go out, people are gonna go amok, right? And then they're gonna have. There's two levels of this prison system. One is a concentration camp, right, that they call a shelter. Oh, well, we just go to the shelter and there are 3 hots and a cot and you're going to be fine. And then there's one, well, this is the detention center, right? And in both places, they're going to be making sure a nigga got a chip in it. Okay? And the ones that are on the red list or the yellow list, red list, you're going to the concentration camp. Or you're going to the work camp, the slave camp. The ones that just, okay, well, we're going to put you back into society right after you take this chip. So stand in this line. You get chipped up at the FEMA camp, right? Where they're going to give you help and aid and assistance, right? And if you're on the right list, then you can go home now that you got your chip. That's what's being set up right now. Why? Because this is where we're at in prophecy. What prophecy? This prophecy. When the enemy comes in like a flood, what are you going to do? You're going to get the hell out of there. You understand? Oh, they running up on motherfuckers. They started. You're going to leave. They started grabbing motherfuckers. Batter rammed the door, grabbing men of the Lord. They got Nate and them. Right? We're going to, oh shit, it's time. You're going to hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way and now is the time. All right? And then if you wind up in a camp and you're in the line for the guillotine, you know what to do. Right? First thing, when the wind blows the wrong way, you call on the name of Yahweh Shem Shah. So with that, we pray that the elect ratified your brother and sister. Hopefully, I was able to attach this story to what the elder apostle brought out about the little girl in the water. But yeah, this goes into homelessness, which points directly at who? The men of the Lord. We're going to be homeless out there. Gird up with that. Shalom.